So Abram is in AC, and he was like, I know that I'm not destined to be a gambler because I put $10 on the Caps to win tonight and $10 on the Caps to win the Stanley Cup, and immediately had a sense of panic about it.
I mean, that sounds kind of like you, though.
It is funny, though, like my sports bets, like if I put a $20 bet on something, I'm immediately like, it's like $20, man. That's like a hand of pie gown, not even.
Howdy, it's Thursday, March 14th, 2019, and this is episode 94 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City and Casino Biz podcast. I'm Kyle Askin, joined, as always, by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
You know, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm powering through it for the good of the podcast, for the good of Atlantic City, really. I feel Atlantic City needs us to come out with an episode every 2 weeks.
It's very important.
It really is. I mean, I don't know how we haven't been awarded a key to the city. I mean, at least like comped rooms on weekends, I would take.
Right. So speaking of Atlantic City, you know, we're obviously missing the big podcaster meetup in a month, being the great Atlantic City podcasters we are. But when is the next time you think we're going to be in Atlantic City?
Live recording of episode 100 in June. Late May. Memorial Day weekend.
I will not be in Atlantic City on Memorial Day weekend. I will promise that.
I hear it's the cheapest weekend to go. Like Saturday of Memorial Day. Book your rooms now.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday night, Memorial Day. Done.
I mean, I asked Andy about like a late April trip, early May, and he's like, I'm out both those weekends. Because he was like, we need to go. And I agreed, because we do need to go. But then he's traveling all the time. I mean, obviously we can just cut him out of the process and go just the two of us.
Yeah.
But if we're live recording in front of a studio audience, which is obviously a thing that you've agreed to, in that I sent you some texts about it and just got no response, so I just assumed you're totally on board.
Yeah. Where's the studio audience? Like,
somebody will give us a conference room. I don't think that's a problem. Get a conference room at like the Hard Rock, the resorts, Bally's, because we always have such nice things to say about Bally's. Clearly, they would give us a room. You
posted a pretty great Bally's video on our Twitter feed yesterday. Good job.
Did I post it on the Twitter feed? I don't even know if I did.
You did.
So that was actually... Oh, yes. Because it was on the Everything AC Facebook group. So there was a time when Bally's actually hired Willie Mays as a greeter, and he had to, like, disinvolve himself from Major League Baseball because they didn't want him doing gambling-related stuff. So Bally's had an ad that was like Willie Mays, Clyde Frazier, most importantly to us, Johnny Unitas, and Brooks Robinson. And it was amazing. Just like old superstar athletes in 1980, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's quite as good as the old 1980s Steve Wynn,
Frank Sinatra,
Golden Nugget commercials, but... It was up there in terms of Atlantic City commercials.
It was completely shocking to me because obviously, we know Bally's as a low roller place, but just based on the conversation on the Everything AC group back in the day, it seems like
First place was the place
nice.
To be. Yeah. So what happened in 1994, Craig?
1994, because this is episode 94. There was not much going on in 1994 that I could find. There was a lot of stuff in the coming years in terms of like shifting of casinos and ownership and stuff like that. But so 1994, the Sands announced an $18.5 million expansion, which seems like just a laughable amount in 2019 dollars, and rebranding to Hollywood Casino, which is a name that many people recognize from Penn National owned casinos. They talked about having this done around 2 years was the timeline, so not terribly specific. At the time, Resorts was owned by Hollywood Casino Corp, which is the same Hollywood that created these Hollywood casinos, It was eventually bought by Penn National Gaming in 2003. So they added some Hollywood-related stuff, like a video store, which seems completely laughable in retrospect, and a movie-themed buffet. But the full rebranding never happened, And Hollywood ended up divesting itself of the Sands in 1996 because the Sands was doing so poorly that they had too much debt and not enough cash flow. So that's what happened in 1994. And obviously we know that the Sands stayed the Sands until its demise in 2006.
That's right. And then it got imploded.
Imploded to make way for some giant pinnacle gaming project.
Yes.
And
imploded to make way for the beautiful art exhibit that's gone now.
Yeah, what was that called? Like Art Sanity or something? It wasn't Art Sanity.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's been empty the entire time since then.
Yep. Very good.
But the People Mover entryway is still there.
The entrance to it, yes.
Right next to the Joe Rock Cafe. Our favorite.
Oh, yeah. Due for a Win recommends.
Joe Rock Cafe. $6 slice.
$6 slice of barbecue chicken pizza that you will make you hate your life for buying.
Yeah. So that's 1994.
All right. So special shout out to Mark C. from the Facebook group, giving both of us our first ever donation for Due for a Win. So basically, he sent us, I think, both messages, or at least me a message. Did you get a message?
Sure.
Saying that our advice on how to get Caesar's Diamond this year by matching Caesar's into Wyndham and then Wyndham back into Caesar's worked for him, and he was happy and wanted to share some love with us. So thank you very much to Mark.
Yeah, thanks. We're now profitable.
Yes, we're a profitable company.
Well, that's not actually true. We have cash flow.
I don't know. What are our expenses?
This hosting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We need a lot more.
Right.
Okay, we're way unprofitable.
Yeah.
But I will say, anytime anyone gives me money like this, I promise, and this is a promise to you, all of the listeners, that I will not reinvest it in Due for a Win Incorporated. I will take it, and I will try to find a bet that pays off at least, I don't know, 50 to 1, and I'll take that money and make a bet with it.
Interesting.
100 to 1? What do you think? 100 to 1?
I like this. I like this plan. I feel like our listeners would like this plan too. They don't want us to have $20 or whatever it is. They want us to take that money and gamble it.
Yeah. But not gamble it in, like, don't put it on red. That's boring.
Or like a blackjack hand. Sports betting is now a thing. You've got a whole bunch of options.
Could be 50 to 1.
There's a lot of
random
teams.
Hit them all if there is an all tall small craps table. That's true. That would count. Is that it? There's not a lot of like 50 to 1, 100 to 1 bets.
Yeah, so that's what, 70 something to 1.
No, it's like either 170 something or 150 depending on how cheap or not cheap they are. I'm 99% sure.
Yeah, 70 wouldn't make any sense now that I think about it. Because the other ones are what, 36?
36, yeah.
Yeah. And it's obviously more than twice as difficult to hit them all. Anyways.
Yep. So maybe if there's a hit 'em all table, I'll put it on that. But I will report back next time I'm in a casino. I will try to find something appropriate to put that on. Maybe I'll put it on the 50 to 1 area of the money wheel.
Okay, money wheel is a good bet.
I think there's only like one bet on it I can make, but
so it's not really 100 to 1, but it has the potential to be 100 to 1. MV bonus, Pygo.
No, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count because you can end up getting like 2 to 1 or 1 to 1. That's boring.
That's boring.
But you get the MV token, which I never get.
No. I think you could say like fire bet, even though that also can pay out less.
Yeah, there's not much fire bet in Atlantic City though.
Be valid, but yeah. Or just a sports bet. That's when you are giving us money, just know we will basically light it on fire. So that's what I want all of our listeners to know.
Okay.
But maybe we won't. Maybe we'll win. Yeah.
I mean, all those bets are the odds that they are because the maybe they won't is such a big upside, right? Like everything is just a value judgment. So, it's 500 to 1 because it's incredibly unlikely. And if they, did it 500 times, it would only happen once. But that one time, you're going to get paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, if anyone of our listeners have money they want to catch on fire, instead of them doing it themselves, you can send it to us and we'll do it for you.
So importantly, though, we've joked about Patreon in that, like, we don't actually have one.
Right. Or do we? And maybe no one's found it yet.
Well, Mark found it.
by just donating us money on Facebook.
He had to work for that.
Yeah, it did take some effort. Definitely. I mean, and we're being a bit joking about it, but thank you very much, Mark. Long-time contributor to the Facebook group.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we have $20. We're $20 closer to our goal of purchasing the Atlantic Club.
That's right, since it's back on the market, to the surprise of no one. I know that Craig forced me, for some reason, to talk about the Atlantic Club last week, despite me saying that we shouldn't talk about it because nothing's going to happen. And nothing happened.
Yeah, what did happen in the interim?
Apparently they had some buyer for a brief period of time, and then they canceled the sale of it.
This doesn't sound familiar to me at all, Kyle. I mean, obviously this got further along in the talks because now, of course, again, they are saying that, oh yeah, we don't have any idea what's going on here. And now, what is it, TJM, who owns the Atlantic Club, is like, oh yeah, we totally had a buyer, but it didn't actually go through. It's like, okay, why did you lie to us though? Like, why did you? Anyways, there was a sale in place. Now there's not. That's sad.
Is it sad? Or is it an opportunity for
us?
Due for a Win Incorporated.
It is.
If we get a quantity of money such that we could buy the Atlantic Club, I will perhaps rescind my promise to catch the money on fire, and we will purchase the Atlantic Club. So we probably need at least like $250 more bucks or something.
So you said you'd rescind your promise to catch the money on fire, but is that really rescinding your promise to light the money on fire? I would say that's
probably locking in some losses.
I would say that's incredibly lighting the money on fire. Yeah, it's like setting like fireworks. It's definitely doing it in a very spectacular way.
Yeah, you think the hosting is a monthly expense? Wait until you own the Atlantic Club.
We just won't hire anybody. It'll just be like robot servers. Everything will be those. I mean, MGM is going this direction anyway, so we can just be the pioneers. Like your server is an iPad on one of those like Segways. It just comes up with your drink that's pumped out of some pre-programmed thing. That's what the people like. They don't want personal interaction. You don't want personal interaction, so I know that we've landed on something valuable here that people really want. Mm-hmm. Like the casino experience in the actual casino, because online's not the same, but just like remove all the people. Including the other patrons, which would not be a problem in the Due for a Win run casino.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's Atlantic Club. Shouldn't have talked about it before.
Hopefully you learn your lesson and listen to me next time when I say, let's not talk about this because nothing's happening.
I will not listen. So, Tropicana Sportsbook. They are, I guess, the last to get in, although Hard Rocks is still temporary and several others still have temporary books. But their sportsbook is done. It's next to Chickies and Pete's. It looks fairly nice based on pictures. I don't have too much else to add.
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm glad you brought up both our plans for business domination and buying the Atlantic Club and Chickies and Pete's. I just want you all to know that while you can probably get some mediocre food at a lot of places in Atlantic City, there's only one place you can get mediocre food that supports Due for a Win, and that's Chickies and Pete's. So make sure to go to Chickies and Pete's.
Oh, man. If anybody from Chickies and Pete's ever hears this, we're going to get a letter. I actually think the food is a little better than mediocre.
Oh, God. Yeah. Whatever.
I like Chickies and Pete's.
You're terrible.
But I will admit we cannot buy the Atlantic Club on crab fry coupons yet. Give it a couple years.
Have we asked TJM if they would accept a certain quantity of crab fry coupons?
We can go to them.
We know that for a fact.
We have secured funding. Guaranteed. Will not fall through. But it is in the form of crab fry coupons with any purchase at the Chickies and Pete's. They might take it. We haven't. You're right. We haven't asked. Anyways. Speaking of things that are closed, Goldfish from Pluto, which you apparently have no idea what is.
That's right.
Is gone. So I don't think it ever opened. It was supposed to be an arcade sort of kids play area across from Cereal Town. It had some arcade games and stuff installed and like some other decorations and stuff installed. And now it's just a like smoked out window where you can't see inside. So I'm assuming that it's just gone.
It's perfect. I love that just everything involved with the Revel. They go so far down the path that they've actually installed everything to do something, like the ropes course or whatever, and then they still close it before they ever do it, despite spending all the money that was needed to open it in the first place.
Across 3 ownerships now, which is the best part. That's an interesting point.
Yeah, it's great. It's like their thing.
If we did blog posts, which we don't, that would be a good blog post. Like things that were completed at Revel 10 Ocean
that still didn't open despite being completed.
I mean, one of those things under Glenn's Drab would be 10.
That actual, yeah. That's right.
Oh, boy.
We should just call it the Pearl. Shout out to Mike C.
Yeah, we should just call it the Pearl.
Because that's what it should have been called.
Maybe the Luxor Capital Group will rename it.
Mm-hmm.
Seems unlikely. Speaking of naming, the segues are so good today.
You're on fire.
Did you even see what the name was?
I think so. I mean, unless my comment doesn't make sense, but I think it does, right? They're the Blackjack, right?
Yes, the Blackjacks.
Yes. Oh, the Blackjacks.
Jacks.
Yes.
Plural. What do you think? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, so I rated it 21 in our notes here, but I don't think I knew that it was plural. That definitely knocks it down some. It's like a 17. It's like you stay on it, but you're like not happy with it. The Blackjack would have been a better name.
I think it's like an 18. It's fine. You might win, you might lose. It's not great. The logo looks like the Burger King.
Yeah, I did like that.
Somebody commented on one of the top comments replying to the announcement of the name. Somebody was like, "Oh, it kind of looks like Jesus," and then somebody else said it looks like Krispy Kreme Jesus because of the guy's hat. And I thought that was too good not to share. Although not good enough for me to actually credit the person by their Twitter handle. So that was funny. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's interesting. The thing that I'm mostly interested in with this team is how does the sports betting take hold? Because I feel like that's an angle that they're playing, and like more than any other team and more than any other league, they're really playing that up. Like, come here and bet on us, or against us. And I'm interested to see how that works. Like, they're not going to be taking any of that money. Like, if I'm in the arena and I'm betting on prop bets and stuff, that makes them money because I'm in the arena. But it doesn't make them any money if I'm like sitting at Caesars and like whipping out my phone just to be like, hold on a second, I got to step away from the table because I'm going to place this bet real quick.
I need to place this bet on the Blackjacks game that is surely on TV at the Caesars because that's what everyone will care about.
They should be. It'll probably have to be like closed circuit TV or something. They should make that happen. They should make sure that they're on TV in all the casinos, at least near the sports books.
Yeah, send your suggestions to Jaws.
Yeah,
see what he says.
Ron Jaworski, buddy, get on it. Get on making sure every Blackjack game. They might be on in the sports book. It's a sports book. They got a lot of screens.
So anyway, we both agree the name is perfectly adequate, but I think it would be better if it was the Blackjack. And I thought it was a good name when I thought it was the Blackjack. But Blackjacks, I don't know. I don't love that.
Are you going to buy some merch?
No.
I'd buy a hat or something. I don't have enough AC-related swag.
Seagulls, Boardwalk Bullies.
Oh, I need an old Seagulls jersey. That is what I need in my life. An old minor league hockey team, Seagulls. They had some great looking jerseys, by the way. Should make that happen. Except that the like retro ones are $250
Very
or whatever
expensive.
on eBay.
Yeah,
They're
it's
incredibly
the Mitchell
expensive.
and Ness ones or whatever.
But I would just feel like the complete boss if I walked into a casino in Atlantic City wearing that jersey.
All right. So something that just came out yesterday was the February financial results. And I have to say they were shockingly good, I think.
21 out of 10.
That's what you rate the financial results?
I mean, I don't... I think they're very good. I don't think they're, like, amazing. Year-over-year data. Like, most of the casinos are still down.
Yeah.
They're definitely riding on online and sports. There was an article, I think today, about how Resorts is basically just killing it because their DraftKings partnership is doing so well.
Yep.
But I don't really know how that works with DraftKings also running other books in the state. Like, if I bet on the DraftKings app, what cut does Resorts get of that? And I'm guessing we'll never know. Like, we'll never know the secret sauce behind that. But that kind of stuff is interesting. Like, William Hill obviously runs books in Ocean and other places in the city. But, like, what does it mean if I go and bet on William Hill? Like, who gets that money? Because I don't go to, like, Ocean's instance of William Hill. I just go to William Hill. But anyways, that's all tangential to the data. So what do you think?
There's only two numbers that really stand out to me in the data from last month. Like I said, the numbers were generally like pretty decent across all the casinos. Overall, it was up a little bit more than 15%. Of course, there are two extra casinos, so it's not as great as it sounds. But the two numbers that really stand out to me are the Hard Rock number, which was 21 million, which is up from the 15 million it was last month that we just harped on how horrific that was. So it seems like last month was a bit of an aberration for Hard Rock. 21 million still not great, but I think
in February it's not bad.
Yeah, it's a bit more palatable than 21 million was. And the other one, of course, is Resorts at almost 15 million, which for them is a pretty great February. It's up almost 25% from last year.
Yeah, I mean, Resorts was one of the we had a bet of, would anybody get under $10 million?
And that bet is now officially, I think you can put a fork in me. I mean, I think we said that we'll see what happens in March, but I've lost.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine March would be worse than February unless there's some freak snowstorm that like wipes out half the city and at the end of March. But I mean, it's already March 14th, so that'd be tough. But yeah, I mean, Resorts, really nice bounce back for them. Their winter this year was definitely better than last year. They were up almost 9% year over year in January, now up 23.3% year over year in February. So good to see them after really sort of being the worst performer, I think, last winter, now coming back and having a decent winter this year. You're right. The Hard Rock thing seems to prove your point, which is seemed like just a horrible luck month in January for Hard Rock. So maybe they're back to sort of whatever normal is for them. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've harped on the Caesars terrible numbers, and certainly Bally's and Harrah's were the worst performers yet again. But in terms of just downward trend, Caesars actually was up 10% from their last year number. Part of that is that their last year number was just awful.
Caesars had a horrific number last. I think Caesars number in February of last year was like the Hard Rock number in January. I think it was just horrible luck for them. So I don't put any stock in that.
Yeah. So I mean, I still think the picture for CET in AC is pretty bleak. Like they're definitely getting hit the hardest. But everybody else, 7%, 6%, like it's not great, but it's not a death sentence. So
yeah, it's look, 15% year over year. It's not great. It's not what they would have wanted with two new casinos opening, but it's certainly a lot better than the 9% last month or the whatever. Yeah, it was 8% in October. So I wouldn't say it's a sure thing that another casino closes down this year if the numbers are more like this February.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that they can hang around if they can stay in that 15% range, and it's equally distributed. So that's a good sign. I mean, going from 9 to 15 is good because it's been in that 9, 10, 8 kind of range for the last few months. And we saw 20. I think in August, was it 20? July was up 20%.
Yeah, July was the 20.
No, August. Yeah, August was the 20. And that was kind of that was really the first full month or second full month of
July
those two new casinos.
Yeah.
So 20% sort of seemed like it's at the baseline, and then it dropped way off from there, 7, 12, 7, 8. And now we're starting to gain up to something that's maybe a little more reasonable, so that's a good sign. But obviously, you need to continue this trend. If next month it's back down to 10 or below year over year gains, it's going to be disappointing. But again, I mean, as you mentioned last month, it's to a point where online is doing pretty well and sports gambling is doing pretty well.
Honestly, I mean, I think that's so Bally's is a bit of a special case because they're not, they're Caesars who owns two other properties, so it doesn't really affect them. But you would think a lot of these other properties, like let's say Resorts did put up like a $10 or a $9 million month, like they're still not going to close because they're just raking it in online. So, and prerequisite in New Jersey to have online casinos to have a brick and mortar casino. So,
yeah, and I mean, I've sort of been a little worried about that because I could see a situation where, as it expands in other states, they don't have that restriction, and you end up getting a situation where New Jersey feels pressured to get rid of that. But I think at this point, the backlash on that would be huge. I mean, we've seen the casino lobby push against things like allowing more boutique casino hotels, like the Chelsea, before it got bought by Tropicana, really wanted to get an exception to be able to have a casino with a hotel that didn't meet the room threshold, and they were going to make some exception for Hard Rock where they could build a new construction and it could be smaller and then they would expand. Obviously, that didn't come to fruition, and Hard Rock ended up just buying Taj Mahal, and Chelsea ended up getting bought by Tropicana. But, the reason that never got pushed through was because the current casinos said, like, hey, we don't want this. Like, get rid of this shit. And that's kind of how it happened. So I would assume that the pushback from the current casino properties would be really strong. There is a sports gambling site that appears to be unaffiliated with any brick and mortar casino, and I don't understand how that works. Like, I don't understand if there's some exception for sports betting because the attachment to brick and mortar is only for gambling, but
yeah, is it affiliated with one of the race courses in New Jersey?
I don't think so.
Because you can also make sports wagers at tracks, right?
Yes, so a few of the tracks, Monmouth, and some of the others. So PointsBet is this gambling site that I had never heard of, and actually Eric Rosenthal tipped me off to it because they have promo codes. But yeah, I as far as I can tell, they're not affiliated with anyone. So I'm interested to see what that means, or if more of these things pop up. It's an Australian company, so I don't know.
Yep. Remember promo code DFAW?
Yeah. Yes. No. We should be. We could have been taking advantage of so many like affiliate deals and referral codes for all this stuff, and alas,
we could have owned the Atlantic Club already. Oh well. Is there anything else we want to talk about this week?
We could talk about Vegas, because I'm going to Vegas. You might be going to Vegas.
Yeah, maybe. So you mentioned at the end of last episode, what are those dates that you will be in Las Vegas?
So I think either Sunday, July 28th to Thursday, August 1st, or Monday, July 29th to Thursday, August 1st. Something in that range of 3 to 4 nights. So my brother has a conference out there, so I'm just using that as an excuse to hop on a flight and go out there. I have multiple rooms booked. I'm going to decide which, if either of those I want, because I have lots of M Life options and several Total Rewards options, but right now I'm booked at both Planet Hollywood and Delano. The thing that excites me about the Delano room I booked is that it is the room that was profiled in Vegas Tripping by Chuck Monster. And that review is incredible. I mean, honestly, that review is initially what made me interested in Delano, whatever it was, 5 years ago when it was first posted.
No one could review a room like Chuck Monster.
I mean, we've had like conversations online where it's just us clipping quotes from Chuck Monster articles and sending them back and forth and talking about how amazing they are about things like, chat phones and,
yes,
subtle patterns. And I mean, subtle patterns is not even half of it.
Doesn't even start with the adjectives that he is capable of producing. But I mean, I've certainly been pretty open about how Chuck Monster was really the big inspiration for me to get into this space.
So I know that Delano is far away from Center Strip, and it's far away from most of the action. It's very close to Luxor. It's attached to Mandalay Bay. If I want to go get my Pete Rose autograph, I can go do that. He's usually signing at the Mandalay Bay shops. Today only, it says on the sign. So I've thought for a while it would be really funny to get Pete Rose to sign something that says "Good luck at the sports book tonight."
I'm sure you're the first person that's ever come up with that.
Apparently, he used to be like really fickle about what he would sign, like inscribe it with his signature, and that
no more.
Doesn't seem to be true anymore. Like you just pay extra and he does it. Now I feel like I clearly need him to sign like "You're due for a win."
Yeah,
I have I have to stay on brand.
If you get enough contributions from our listeners, it's what you should spend your money on. Because that's like birdie money, because I don't think his signature is actually worth anything.
When you are literally sitting in a mall in Las Vegas all day signing autographs, there is not a lot of value there, no.
Like for 300 days a year or something.
Right. So yeah, I'm going to Vegas. Plan's still a little up in the air. The dates I don't think will change too much, despite some pushes.
So I think, are you saying if any of our listeners will be in Las Vegas between the 29th of July and the 1st of August to look for you?
Sure, so I'll certainly tweet out like what my more concrete plans are, and as it gets closer. But yeah, if you will be out there, be happy to grab a drink with anybody, or figure something out to go hit up a craps table or video poker machine or whatever it is. It's been 6 freaking years since we went to Vegas, so I'm excited to finally have something semi-concrete on the books and ready to go.
It's been a long time.
I know it's midweek, which is probably not ideal for most people, but pretty much is the only thing that works for me since my wife's off for the summer and the kids will be
in daycare,
and I can just take off and not put too much of a burden on her. But
yep.
I think you're in a similar situation, although you have a lot of other travel that's hampering your ability to go.
Got a lot of business travel on the books this year, I think, unfortunately. So we'll see if I can go or not, but I will let you all know closer to the time.
Yeah. I mean, historically, like I would have gone for 3 nights and you would have gone for like 8 nights.
Yeah, but that was before I had a family.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll certainly keep everybody updated.
Certainly the thing I was known for back in the old days was when we would all go on a Vegas trip, I'd get there 2 days before the next person would arrive, and I'd stay like 1 day after the last person has left.
Yep.
But no more, unfortunately.
You'll do that a little bit with AC. Like you'll get there the night before I do.
Yeah.
That's not uncommon.
When I can. But we have different schedule constraints. You usually stay later than me. So
right.
Anyway, let's close this up. So if you want to reach out to us or any of our other followers, you can do so at facebook.com/group/doforawin. You can find all of our amazing content at doforawin.com. You can find our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio. You can reach out to Craig on Twitter at doforawin or send him questions at doforawin@gmail.com. And if you want to support us, just look for our Patreon, go to Chickies and Pete's, promo code DFAW.
Do you think anybody has actually gone to Chickies and Pete's thinking that they were supporting Do for a Win?
No.
Like
if that was a serious question, that the answer is obviously no. If it was a jokey question, I'll say yes. But
okay, it was a jokey question, so yes, it is.
Yes,
anyways.
Yes, everyone does. Every single person in Chickies and Pete's is there.
They would be out of business if not for us, I think, is the only way to put it. Not just the one in Atlantic City, but like the entire franchise.
All Chickies and Pete's?
Yeah. The ones in the stadiums, the actual like brick and mortar locations in Philadelphia and elsewhere. All right. Good talk. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for listening, and we'll talk to you all in a few weeks.
He just lost his bet, and he even said how it would happen. He took the under on 6.5 goals, and the Caps scored an empty netter to go over.
Wrecked.